rather than trying to take on, I have to do all of these things, pick something. But people will say, how often should I post? Well, how often can you be consistent? How often should I go
Right.
live? How often can you be consistent? Can you do one a week? Then do one a week. Can you do two a week?
Hmm.
It's not how many, it's how much can you do and be consistent with it.
Hey, hey, it's Stephanie Ferrara here, your empowered creativity coach, helping you create massive change in the world through your group coaching programs and online courses. Welcome to the Empowered Creativity Show.
Well, hey, hey, welcome back to the Empowered Creativity Show. So glad you're here with us today. I want to introduce you to Laura Brennan. She is in a partnership with some ladies and they are creating content for network marketers. And when I heard about her business, I was just amazed and I love the concept of her business. Having been in network marketing since I was 18 years old, enrolled in network marketing companies 13 times. I'm 47 now, so that's a really
Oh,
long time in many companies.
wow.
I think it's awesome what you're doing. And so, Laura, would you just tell us a little bit about you and a little behind the scenes of you first, and then we're going to talk about your business.
Absolutely. And thank you so much, Stephanie, for having me on this call. I'm really looking forward to it. My name is Laura Brennan. I live in upstate New York, which is about 2.5, 3 hours north of New York City. So many people, when I tell them I'm from New York, they immediately think the city of New York. But no, there's about 3 hours north, and there's a lot of green space, and we absolutely love it here. One of the things I love about New York is we're so close to so much stuff. So like Canada and Cape Cod and Boston, there's just so much around us within just a few hours. But I absolutely love network marketing. I love network marketing products. I love online. I love online business. I love Facebook groups. But what I love the most is network marketers. I find network marketers are purpose driven. And a lot of people that join network marketing, they join because they love the products, but then they want to help other people with the products and build the business at the same time. So I absolutely love network marketers for that reason. And I love Facebook groups. We're going to talk a little bit about that today too, Steph. And I love Facebook groups because that's a whole nother level of network marketer. Because when you make the commitment to build a community on top of your business, you really do have a desire to serve and help others. And that's just the community that I absolutely love serving. So I have a business. It's called the Content Hub. It's a fairly new business, but it's doing amazing. And we provide and help network marketers that run Facebook groups put content inside of their Facebook groups because we know that most network marketing companies sell products around self care. So the content that we help people provide for their groups is self-care content because when you can cheer a member on to look after themselves and you give them self-care tips and you're the cheerleader and you're just inspiring them to take care of themselves, then you're the perfect person and in the perfect position to share your self-care products with those members of the group.
That's that's so incredible, and I love that you have seen that need and really being able to help that niche of network marketers because there are so many products, so many companies that yes focus on that where that's a great complement to come in beside the product offerings and being able to tell about their products and get past only talking about the product and really
Yeah,
helping to serve their audience well.
that's exactly it.
How did you settle on that? Like when did and and like how like how did that idea come about?
Yeah, it came about because it just like a lot of products, right? I don't know if you watch Shark Tank, but like a lot of products are born out of need. So for me, I wanted to run that group and I knew how hard it was to consistently put out content every single day. So when you don't have content, your Facebook groups are not going to do well. And I didn't want that salesy, spammy group. I didn't want the product images. I didn't want to brand my company. I wanted to serve my audience. And I
Mm-hmm.
actually got together with a friend and I was like, let's do this together because it's a lot. Because when you are running a group in a business, you can't just show up when you feel like it or when you want to. You have to show up all the time. So whether you're on vacation or you're not feeling well, or maybe you're just uninspired, maybe you have family, time restrictions, whatever it is. What happened was I said, you know what, this could be a business. And then an opportunity came up not long after to actually turn it into a business. And it's just helping so many people, because if you can schedule your content out in advance, it gives you that consistency. And then it also helps you do the other things that you really want to do inside of your business and your groups. So without consistency in any part of your business, we know like your business just isn't going to do well. So for me, it really came out of need.
Right.
It came out of need. And then I was putting all the content together, right? So to write, post every week, and to get it out consistently and have like a weekly theme and a topic and self-care tips, it was probably taking like 15 to 20 hours a week just to put that content together. So I was like, this would be so hard for most people to do. So if you do it for one person, why not share it with a bunch of other people inside Facebook groups and just your members see it because it's not public.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So it came out of need, really. It definitely came out of the need.
And now your company is kind of different from a lot of women who I interview, and that usually we're solopreneur. We're the only one in the business doing all the things and wearing all the hats. And you saw very early that you needed help. It wasn't something that you were going to be able to do 100% on your own. So you have two partners in your business. Tell us about how, like, were these people who are already in your life? Did you seek them out? How did you form those partnerships?
So their names are Sean and Mandy, and they're two women from the UK. So here I am in the United States, and these two ladies are from the UK. We actually met in another business group, and they are website designers. They're great at they're great at writing. So we all met in a Facebook group, which is crazy because we teach Facebook groups and how you can build and make relationships. So the three of us actually met inside of a Facebook group, and we all bring different skills to the table that are all very necessary to grow this business. So to have one girl that's great at copyright and emails and all that kind of stuff, and the other girl's really good at designs and our pages, and then I kind of take care of the training and communications and the videos stuff. So between the three of us, it really it helps a lot, and it is a lot to start a business and run a business. And again, I think one of my tips for even network marketers would be get the help that you need, because it is really hard to wear all the hats. And when you're running an online business, like online can be a beast. It's so hard, especially for those of us that started our network marketing businesses before online. So to come and learn, it is a lot. So network marketing, you do have your team and your upline and your downlines and things like that. But ultimately, it is your business that you have to run. So, get the help at whatever it is that you need. And you're just going to speed up the learning curve, and you're going to be able to move faster than trying to figure everything out yourself. So I'm so grateful for these two girls. They're amazing. There's challenges because we have time zones. We have differences in time zones. When we write our content, we have even like things that the people in UK will say or spell a certain way.
Right.
So we have to kind of work out that kind of stuff. And then even just trying to communicate and get all these things done when we're not sitting in the same room together can be difficult. But I got to tell you, I absolutely love these two, and it really rounds us out because we bring a lot of skill to it. We're able to reach different audiences because we are from different countries and time zones. But I'm really blessed to have those two. It's been really, really good. Really good.
I love that you mentioned that, like, even those in network marketing, like people, I know, like me, for years, it was kind of like my plan B business. It was the side gig. It was the thing that, like, I always had it in the back of my head, like, if I ever like lose my job, I'm going to go 100% in. And it's like, well, I didn't ever just go 100% in anyway, right?
Yeah.
but part of that would be time and everything. And I have a friend who her whole business, it's network marketing. It's one of the wellness companies, and she hired a virtual assistant to help her with creating an actual funnel to bring potential clients in. So she has an evergreen webinar. That webinar runs and it talks about the need for the need for her products, the need for wellness, the overall aspect. And then that creates this trickle down of, okay, people watch the webinar, then they might schedule a call with her, or they might go ahead and go and buy some products. And that has boosted her business more than any way that she could have done it one-on-one, always being the one having to do the talking, always the one having to like show up live. And she still does those things, but she did hire a virtual assistant who helped her create the tech on the, and set all of that up on the back end to have the evergreen webinar that always is running and bringing potential leads in and getting them onto her email list. So then she can nurture them and she can communicate with them. And then even if it's 3-4 months down the road or a year down the road, they become a customer. And I think that is brilliant because that's not how a lot of network marketers think in generating and creating their business and generating leads, because they're very stuck in their warm market of just those people that they know. And but you get to do that with Facebook groups too, where you get to expand and help more and get outside of just those people that you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I love a couple of things that you said. And here's where I think Facebook groups can really play into this. One of the things I love about Facebook groups, for me, it is part of the funnel about. So a lot of times, network marketers, there's so many platforms, right? There's Instagram, TikTok, now there's Clubhouse, there's Stories, there's Facebook, there's LinkedIn, there's so many platforms that it is really hard to like figure out where to show up. And like when you go on Facebook, it's probably every single person that you've ever known your entire life is on Facebook. Where groups, when people join your group, they're saying, yes, I want to be closer to you. I want to be part of your inner circle. I want to get that value from you. So when you are out on social media and you funnel people to your group, you have a focused group of people that are more interested to hear closer to you. So you can move people from TikTok to your group, Instagram to your group, Facebook to your group, wherever you are out here. So I always say, go out here and make friends and promote your group. And then in your group is where you really start to share that value. Now, what you had said about getting more complicated with the emails and the webinars and stuff, I think Facebook groups are a really good place to test this stuff. Like run those classes in your group, run that content in your group, work out those tweaks, because there's no point in scaling something that isn't working on a small group of people. So if you can funnel people to that group, really get to know your client, what they want, what they need, how they feel, what they're looking for, test that webinar, run it again, run it again, run it again, and really work out all the kinks. Now you know you have something that you can bring out in an evergreen platform and really learn to scale that. So always test things before you scale. And we do this in our business. We test a lot of things before we go and push it out into a bigger audience. Groups are great for that.
Yeah, they really are, because you can figure out the interaction and did it resonate, and you can really test that based on the reaction and not just the likes, but actually comments.
Yes.
And so tell me a little bit about how you structure this. How does somebody, if they want to get your content, like how do they do that? Is it a membership? Is it a one-time purchase? What does that look like?
So with the Content Hub, it is a membership, and we charge $39 for that a month. And what we do is we give you a schedule and we tell you what to post on what days, because a lot of people are like, what do I post and when should I post it? So we literally lay out like a full 30-day schedule, what to post on what day. And so that'll come out to about 30 to 40 posts. And then we give you hints on how you can personalize the captions to sound like you, because we give you, they're done for you, full captions, full images, everything. And then we give you the hints on how you can personalize the captions to sound like you. We've just added make it a video. So we'll give you that same piece of content. We'll give you the video headline. We'll give you the call to action. And then we'll even show you how you can kind of insert your products into the content to where you feel really comfortable and not spammy or salesy. So we
Yeah.
give you the video, we give you the captions, we give you the images and the actual schedule. So yeah, it's a monthly membership.
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah, stay as long as you want. I mean, literally, how many hours, like I plot out an entire month, and then Mandy spends days writing it, and then Sean does all of the images and the templates. Like we probably put into this content 40 hours.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's saving somebody 40 hours worth of really well done. And we consider all the headlines. You're in social media, all the headlines, the hooks, the calls to actions, the tips, all
Right.
the steps. It's all done for you. And then we coach you and teach you along the way how to revive your group, grow your group, set up your group, all that, support and actually taking care of your group as well. And our clients are absolutely loving it. And I think one of the things they love the most is the personalization.
Yeah.
So like a lot of network marketers, we try to keep it really simple because there's so much coaching out there, Stephanie, so much. And like network marketers can even think about branding. Oh, I got to brand myself. And we break it down like what you really need for branding. And I love our Canva templates because we do everything in 3 colors. Canva gives you those 3 colors for free. You go in a couple clicks, you change all 40 or 50 templates in just a couple of clicks, and now you're completely branded. So we
Right.
just make everything so easy for people. So we have the monthly schedule, and then we do quotes and we do weekend images so people can kind of move things around. But yeah, we're growing very quickly, and our retention rate is really good too. So it's
That's
exciting.
awesome.
It's
Yeah.
exciting because I believe in network marketers and I believe
Hmm.
in self-care. And it is not as hard as everyone's making it out to be, but I know you're dead in the water without content.
Yeah.
No matter how good you are. And it's not a matter of when or if, it's not a matter of if I get busy or if I can't get it out. It's a matter of when. It's just a
Right.
matter of when you're feeling uninspired or have a crazy month or you want to go on vacation or you're not feeling well. You need that backup plan. So we like to get people to like schedule out a whole month. We give you the
Right.
content, you schedule out your whole month, and you don't have to worry about it till next month.
I
So
know when I was still promoting, I guess the last network marketing company that I was with, or probably I guess the last two, this is kind of the process that I had. I'd kind of sit down on
mhm,
Sunday night and plan out the week's content
mhm.
and get it scheduled. And I remember there was a tool that we used, and I can't remember which one it was now. Um, but it would suggest, like, based on the things that you posted, it had suggested articles and things like that so that you could
Mhm.
share more value driven content than just what you came up with. It was like these kind of things are trending in this topic. And then at
Yep.
some point, I don't know, Facebook didn't like it or something, I don't know what happened, but they couldn't do those recommendations anymore for some
Mhm.
reason. And
Yeah.
so, but I depended on, I loved that because it allowed me to give other content that wasn't written by me. It was like, it was kind of letting me be a curator of other things that supported what I was doing within the business
Yeah.
and the products that we had. So it would allow me to provide articles that were related, but not promoting that product. So it wasn't written by my company, and
Right.
things like that. So it gives more credibility all around, um, to the product even.
Yeah,
And
you
that
bring
was,
up a good point as well, because in these self-care groups that we teach, you want to think about content that complements your product, right? So if you're selling, let's say you sell athletic wear, what might be content that somebody that wants athletic wear would enjoy? They probably enjoy healthy eating. People who wear athletic wear and work out, maybe they want to look really nice. So they might love those hair care tips and the makeup tips. So you really want to think about not just your product and just your
yeah,
lane, but what content really will complement that will engage your members, because no member wants to be in a group that's all promotional, all company images. Oh, this is our BOGO, our next sale, but they will stick around for the value and the community. And when they fall in love with you, they will buy from you. They absolutely
Right.
will buy from you, because your job in your group when you're selling self-care products is to encourage people to self-care and influence people to want to look after themselves. And then you have the products that will help them do that.
Right. Right.
And here's
I
the
don't,
thing too. Here, a lot of people think like there are people out there, Stephanie, that have they might be makeup artists, or they might be hairstylists, or they might be in nutritionists, or they could be fitness instructors. That's not me. I have none of those talents and none of those skills. If you have those, absolutely bring them to your groups and just smash it, because you have the skills and the education behind it. That's not me. I don't have that stuff. So for me to be able to encourage someone to self-care, we all can do that. We all can help without really having any education or skill. We can all encourage a group of other women to look after themselves so that they're better caregivers, so that they have time alone, so that they're healthier, so that they have longevity, so that they have more happiness. Anyone can do that. And like you said, you do your research and stuff. There's all kinds of tips out there on how to sleep better,
right.
cook a certain way, how to have your eyebrows full, or hair tips. There's all that stuff out there that we can share. It's readily available to any of us. At the Content Hub, we do that for you and put it out. But if you were a person that wanted to sit down on a Sunday and bang out 10 posts just around self-care, you can create an amazing community with that and not really have education or skill in any
Hmm.
particular area.
Yeah. I think one of the things that I think about with just the benefit of having this content available, um, is even in my business, I have some areas where I pull from some PLR content, so private label rights content, which is basically what you're putting together. This is something that you're putting together. It's then they can make it their own. They make it their own, but you've given them the base. And so there are some areas, whether it's a few of my blog posts where I've gotten some of this private label rights content where somebody else wrote it. And so I've looked at it as I've hired a copywriter, they wrote it, and now I'm making it my voice, and I'm taking out maybe just this paragraph and this paragraph, and then I'm filling in another couple of paragraphs and creating the blog post. But I'm changing it into my voice and I'm making it mine, or I'm using it for ideas around doing some videos. And I've used it for some training. And so I love being able to do that, because it helps me in that I don't always have to come up with all the ideas. And
Exactly.
and it's all good and it's valid and it's great stuff. And I think it's very rare that somebody would say, I heard this person say exactly that thing. Well, yeah, you're in business. You probably did.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
and so I don't worry too much about it. I think as long as I translate it into my voice and make sure, like you mentioned, like there's some words and stuff like that I've gotten where like, I wouldn't say that. It's more of a Northern term. I'm a Southern girl kind of thing. And so changing it around to make sure, if it says something about coming from Wisconsin, I'm like, well, I didn't. So let me change that. Like,
Yeah. It's like a template. It's just like
yeah, yeah,
it's like using a template. And I think as business owners, we were talking about it earlier on, like not feeling like you have to do everything yourself and wear all of
yes,
the hats. If you can get this kind of help and start with a template and then put your own words and creativity to something and push that out to your clients, to hire a virtual assistant is like $30 an hour.
exactly.
Um, so if you can get these things that help you, I mean, they have email templates, like you're just saying, blog templates. We have these self-care content that you can personalize. Like the help is out there. But if you
Hmm.
are a person in network marketing and you want to run a business online, there's just no getting around needing content.
Yeah,
And it
yeah,
can't just be, times are changing. Like in the past, maybe in 2019, in 2020, maybe even, it could be a lot of lifestyle pictures of you, your family, what you love, what you do, but times are changing. And
hmm,
the consumer is really expecting value-based content. They don't want to hear so much about you and your lifestyle. Yes, you need to be a user of the product, and you need
Right.
to share a lifestyle that's congruent with what you're doing in business. But people really want, they're expecting more than that. They want the value, they want the tips, they want the inspiration. It's changing. The face of social media absolutely is changing, and forcing business owners, the ones that are adding the most value, are winning.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
more value you
And
can add, you're going to win.
not just the value, but the consistency.
Yes.
So I can add great value every 2 months and it's not going to do much for me. But adding great value weekly, adding great value daily in some capacity, in some way, that's what's going to keep my business moving forward. But if I'm only doing it when I feel like it,
Mm-hmm.
then it's not going to work.
No. Well,
Which I've done that. So I'm not like trying to be,
yeah,
I've
I'm
totally
guilty.
done that.
I'm
And
guilty.
I've had the roller coaster of, oh, I'm doing great, posting daily, doing everything. And it's been a week and a half, 2 weeks since I posted anything. Really? What happened? Like, where'd those 2 weeks go?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like, first you need the visibility, right? So the consistency
Yes.
helps with visibility. But you also need trust. You're asking people to spend their money with you. So that consistency builds trust. Like, I can trust that they're going to show up. I can trust that they're going to be there. I can trust that if I have an issue, need to make a return, need a refund, that they're going to help me out. And then people will say to me, like, how can you be consistent? One, you can use tools, right? Like we're talking about. That you can do. But the other thing, this is a huge tip, and we're seeing this even over at the Content Hub between Sean, Mandy, and I as a newer business. We're just trying to get really consistent with one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you first start a new skill, it takes a long time. But then the more you practice it and the more you do it, the faster you get at it and the more consistent you get at it. And then when we figure that out, now we'll take on our next thing. And again, it'll seem like, wow, this is taking us so long to do, but then we'll practice it and we'll work at it and we'll get it. So it's the same for network marketers. Rather than trying to take on, I have to do all of these things, pick something. But people will say, how often should I post? Well, how often can you be consistent? How often should I go live? How often can you be consistent? Can you do one a week? Then do one a week. Can you do two a week? It's not how many, it's how much can you do and be consistent with it.
Exactly.
So when people can start to really get that consistency, it goes a long way with trust, reliability, the way you put yourself out there. And don't feel like you have to be good at everything all at once. Build on one thing. It's like somebody who starts to work out and it's like, okay, I'm going to sleep 8 hours and I'm going to drink a gallon of water and I'm going to have a salad every day and I'm going to walk 2 miles a day and I'm going to do this and do this and do this. You're setting yourself up failure. If you can like have a salad a day for a couple of weeks and then, oh, now I'm going to add in walking and you get that down for a couple of weeks. And then now I'm going to try to work and you start to build and create habits that can last. Now you have something to work with and you're growing and you have that process along the way.
Exactly. And I know that's what I work with my clients in Kingdom Biz Incubator, is finding that one place that you can show up consistently. So don't try to be on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram and Reels and on TikTok, and then also in your group, and then also somewhere else. Like find that one place where you feel comfortable. But where do you feel most comfortable right now? Where do you spend the most time? Pick that place and get good at being consistent there. And then learn how to just repurpose your content to the other ones. So for me, that one place is Facebook, where I know I can be consistent posting things within my Facebook group. And so I'll post something there and then I might take it 2 days later and post it on IGTV. If I've done a live on Facebook or I've recorded a video and put it on Facebook, then I might go put it on IGTV.
Yeah.
Then I might, a few days later, go put it on LinkedIn. But I haven't created different content. I've just staggered when I've posted the same content to different places. And that way I'm not overloading myself even with the content creation part of it. But I know for me, like one thing I did last year, I bought a pack. It was a Trello board that was 365 days of Facebook Live ideas. So it was just like live video, 365, and all it is the headline. So it's not anything where it's scripted, but it's an idea. And I can go through in a month, and I know, like, I'm not gonna do 30 Facebook Lives every single month, but I can look through and it's great ideas. And so I'll pull some of them to the top, and I'm like, okay, these are the 5 I want to make sure I do this month, or something like that. And then I can do different ones in a different month and stuff like that. And so it's got, January, February, March, April, and it's all laid out for 31 days every month of 31 topics. And there are some, it's like, I don't feel like comfortable, like that doesn't fit me or whatever. And so it was specific for business coaches. Then they had one for health coaches and something else. And so that's been tremendously helpful to me to have that. So I love that you've expanded and started adding how do you take this content and now make it alive? How do you make it a video? How do you go that next step with it? I like video, so I'll go do the video, and then I'll take some portion of it and I'll type it out into a post, because I'm better at speaking things out, verbally processing it first.
Yeah, that's great insight there, because it really is. If you're really good at video, we do this at the Content Hub. I do a weekly training, and then we take that training and break it down into our repurposed content. So start with something and then build off of it. And now at the Content Hub, we'll take the caption and then we'll help you build the video off of it. So it can go both ways. So start with what's comfortable. It's more comfortable to just give that training and then pull the content from that in written form. And then with the Content Hub, we know a lot of network marketers aren't really super comfortable with video yet. So we're really teaching people to take that caption for hair care tips and just shoot a video, like a 1 minute 90-second video, and just share those 4 tips in your own words. So we're really helping people get started with that video. And then too, like your members on social media, some people love to watch video, but some people would prefer to read. So it's kind of good to put out both forms to where you can really hit both audiences, even the exact same content. This was hard for me because I'm like, I just said all this yesterday. Why would I want to write it today? But with the Content Hub, you can literally caption video on that same caption later in the day or tomorrow. You're going to catch 2 different audiences, resonate with 2 different types of people, because you can't see one time or put it out once that everybody saw it or consumed it.
Right. I love that you say that, because that is something that that I know is so important for us as business owners to understand, because we can get into that place where we feel like, but I'm saying that like all the time. Do I have to repeat that? And if it's your main thing, you better be repeating it. And yes, it might feel uncomfortable to you, but not everybody's hearing it every single time you say it. Not everybody heard it yesterday. There are times that I'll send an email out, and maybe the next week I'll send the same email, different subject. And I'll put at the top sometimes like, hey, you might have missed this last week. Wanted to make sure you saw it. Because they may not have read it last week.
Yeah, that's a great
tip. Even if they did read it last week and then they get it again this week, so much has happened in that 7 days, they may not remember that they even read it last week.
I know.
It's true. And
I
so
heard
we
someone
don't have to be so worried about repeating content in that way, repeating words, repeating the same subject, saying the same thing. I can't tell you how many videos I've done about narrowing down your niche, like, and how important it is for you to do that, because it's so foundational, or creating your email list, because it is, because I've made the mistake of trying to make the business happen before I have an audience, and that doesn't work. So you've got to grow the audience first, which is what you do within your Facebook group, is growing that audience and adding that value before asking for the sale.
Yeah, it's true. And it's stuck with me ever since I heard it. As a network marketer, there's 2 ways that you can look at your business. You can try to tell a different story to the same people, or you can tell the same story to different people. And And if building this and growing your audience, it's the same message, but you're always filling that funnel with new people. So you don't need a ton of different stories to tell.
Right.
It's the same content to different people. Because if you end up talking to the same people over and over and over again, it's going to be really hard to grow. If you want to retain your business, then that is one angle that you could take. But if you're looking to grow your business, it's the same story to different people. So it really is a
Mhm.
matter of building and filling up your profiles with new people, or your group with new people, or your email list with new people.
Right. Right. That's so important.
Hmm.
This has been great. I've loved this the whole discussion around content and adding value and being able to use tools to help you be consistent. Use tools that will help fill those gaps of maybe your own ability to come up with all the content. And I think it's been fabulous, absolutely fabulous. I've been so glad that you're here. Tell us how we can connect with you, and where can we find out about your membership?
So if you were to go to my Facebook group, How to Create a Successful Facebook Group for Your Network Marketing Business, join that group. We have 3 membership questions. You can drop us your email. We'll get you our guide in the membership questions, or you can request it inside of the group. With the guide, we have a 30 plus page ultimate guide on everything you need to know to set up your group, the systems, your cover photo, what questions you should ask, all those types of things. So grab that guide. It's a great way to get to learn about us a little bit more. And there's a section in there that will talk about that as well. I do a weekly training all around Facebook groups. So that group really is a great place just to get started and get to know us a little bit more, and to see if, even if the content wasn't the thing for you right now, there's definitely a lot of good training in there around Facebook groups. And I say this all the time, and I can tell, Stephanie, you're good at writing content. You're good at putting out content. I'm really good at it. But no matter how good I was at it, it's so hard to be consistent, to always have that
Yeah.
fresh idea. And, wake up in the morning and you stare at your phone and you're just like, oh, what am I going to post today? The average person starts scrolling everybody else's stuff to try to get inspiration for what they can post, or they
Right.
don't post at all. So if you want to lead your business, you have to take control of it. So you either have to, like you were saying, to take that Sunday night and plan it out, or get the help.
Right.
And for me, $10 a week, we're going to write all your content for you. Like,
Come
it
on.
doesn't get, yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. It doesn't get any better than that. And there's so much of it. Pick and choose, use it all. Brand all your Canva templates, in a couple of minutes, add your few sentences in, and then you can put your own content and stuff in too. Uh, yeah, that would be how to connect with me. I mean, obviously, I love our product. It really is helping so many people already, and I can't wait to grow our audience. We're about ready to take on Instagram, and I'm a Facebook girl, so I am all in on learning Instagram. And wow, it's like that's a really good platform too. So
Yeah.
we're ready. We're ready to take on Instagram as a team. So I get it. I'm like walking the walk, right? So we're going to be growing our business on Instagram. There's a ton of network marketers on Instagram that
Oh,
have
yeah.
groups that sell products, self-care products. So we're going to wave our hands over there and let them know about us over in our group,
Awesome.
and help them with their groups.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. I love it. I love it, Laura. This has been so awesome. Thank you again for coming. And I'll make sure that with this video, we post the link to your Facebook group, and also just
Oh, thank you.
how to connect with you, so that if you missed it, or you want to come back later and get to it, then they can. So thank you
Awesome.
again for being here. This has been an awesome conversation.
Yeah, I appreciate you so much inviting me. And I really believe this will be helpful for your audience.
Oh, totally. Even if they're not in network marketing, just the conversation around how to do the content is tremendous. And being able to know that, like, there are tools out there, there are things out there that can help you be consistent, for sure.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you. I just love getting to meet new people out here in business in the internet world. It's just amazing the types of businesses that are out there, and the women that I've gotten to meet over this, I don't know, year and a half that I've been doing that I've been doing the Empowered Creativity Show. It's just incredible. And I love, love, love to meet new business owners. And I love to help women get their businesses started as well. If you are in that place of, I know that I'm supposed to be doing something more with my business, whether it's a network marketing business or it's a service based business, or you're doing some type of coaching in any realm, any type, any area, business coaching, health coaching, fitness coaching, I don't know, anything, anything, or you just need some foundational aspects to running a business, because there are just some basics that whatever it is, whether it's a product based business or a service based business, there are fundamentals that you need to have down, and there are things that you need to have in place to ensure that you are setting yourself up for success and long-term growth. And so if that's you, if you're in that place and you want to approach it, this whole business thing from a biblical perspective, I invite you to come join us within the Kingdom Biz Incubator. Using my soul framework, we will get your business set up on strong biblical foundations. We'll create your vision. We'll validate your business idea. We'll do all of those foundational pieces and set you up for success and growth. I want you to make the commitment to yourself, to do the work, to do what you need to do, to see your dream become a reality, this dream that God's planted in you for business, for helping others, for serving others, and through your talents and your abilities, through products, whatever that is for you. I want you to be able to see that through to reality. And so come join Kingdom Biz Incubator. You can join right now at Kingdom Biz, B-I-Z, incubator.com.